It's that time of the day when we have to thank all of you for being here. Most importantly, in my role as the Vice President and the Treasurer of Women in Aviation, it's important that I do some house business, which is basically there might be a question in your head, how exactly were all these awardees awarded, right? So just to be absolutely transparent, we have a jury system. It is a jury system in which we receive applications. Members of our jury, if you're interested, were Mr. Marcel Hungerbühler, who has a very rich history working in India, is now retired in Switzerland, was the COO of Bangalore Airport and also of Delhi International Airport. Ms. Rati Jha, Mr. Chobe, who you're all familiar with, Mr. Vivek Atre, Gurjeet Gill, who's here with us, and Mr. Kapil Kaul. So this was the panel which decided who are the awardees to be here tonight, this morning, and grace the stage. So thank you very much to each and every one of you for being here. It's been my immense pleasure to be a part of this group from the very beginning, almost 10 years ago now, when we weren't really sure how to do this, but I'm glad to see that it has grown leaps and bounds. So thank you for that. And my parting words are actually something inspired by what I read this morning. I have a habit of reading in the morning because God only knows what happens to me the minute I leave my house. Anything can happen when you're trying to build an airport. That's what I'm trying to do with my super colleagues. It's interesting, I read this little story about what it is, to be a woman, or to be not just a woman, but something other than the norm. So when you, I don't cook, but let's assume I cook, I'll act like I cook. So, when you have 3 cups of rice, you don't essentially add 3 cups of salt to balance it, right? In this room, maybe 10,000 square feet odd. What's illuminating it? A very small thing, it's the light. So, you guys, all of us, men or women, I actually am very fair in that. I don't really think we can run the world as women alone. We need the absolute support of our male counterparts, husbands, boyfriends, spouses, whatever. It's incredibly, incredibly important that we go hand in hand. But at the end of the day, it's important that each one of us considers ourselves as that significant drop of salt or that significant bulb that actually changed the taste or lit up the room. So that kind of inspired me this morning. And I encourage all of you to find these kind of quirky quotes because they do tend to stick in your brain somewhere. And you do think about it all day long. And at the end of the day, you feel that you've done justice, not just to the quote, but for the fact that you've delivered what you got up to do every morning. So with that, I'd like to thank each and every one of you and a huge round of applause. It's my immense pleasure to serve.